Hello students, in the last lecture we complete our chapter number first from part first, angle and its measurement. Today we will start our new chapter from part 2. It is chapter number 1, complex numbers. In this chapter we will study about following points. First one is a complex number, algebra of complex number, in which we will study about equality of complex number, conjugate of a complex number, addition, subtraction, division, scalar multiplication, multiplication of a complex number, and also powers of I. Geometrical representation of complex number and polar and exponential form of a complex number. Now these are the topics that we will study in this chapter. Now some points from this chapter are deleted, and those points are square root of complex number, solution of a quadratic equation in complex number system, De Moivre's theorem, and sets of points in complex plane. These topics that are in our book, but these are for self-study, means these are deleted from our syllabus for the exam. So we do self-study for these topics. Now first we see the imaginary number or imaginary unit. Now students, if we consider the equation x square plus 1 is equal to 0, if we solve this equation, we get here x square is equal to minus 1. If we find here value of x, we know the square of every number is always positive, and therefore the equation has no solution in the set of real numbers, because every real number has positive square, and so here there is no real number having square is negative, that is minus 1. So we need to expand the set of real numbers to a large set. आतापर्यंत आपण पाहिलं की नॅचरल नंबर हा सेट ऑफ होल नंबरचा सबसेट असतो, होल नंबरचा सेट हा इंटिजर्सचा सबसेट असतो, आणि इंटिजर्स हा सेट ऑफ रिअल नंबरचा सबसेट असतो. पण इथे आपल्याला असा एकही नंबर रिअल नंबर मध्ये मिळत नाही की ज्याचा स्क्वेअर हा -1 असेल. म्हणजे आपल्याला जो रिअल नंबरचा सेट आहे त्याला अजून वाढवण्याची गरज आहे, की जेणेकरून हा नंबर त्याच्यामध्ये आला पाहिजे, which would include solution of such equation. अशा टाइपचे सोल्युशन जे आहे ते त्याच्यामध्ये लाईव्ह झाले पाहिजे. Okay, now in this chapter we introduce with a new symbol, that is I. It is the Greek letter iota. This I, we read it as simply I or iota also, such that I is equal to square root of -1 and I square is equal to -1. and here I is called an imaginary unit or an imaginary number. I ला काय म्हणतात तर imaginary unit किंवा imaginary number असं त्याला म्हणतात. We call this as I or iota also. Okay, iota is equal to square root of -1 and iota square is -1, or simply we read as I is equal to square root of -1 and I square is equal to -1. Okay, now we see the next definition for the imaginary number. A number of the form bi where b belongs to real number and b is not equal to 0, I is equal to square root of -1 is called as the imaginary number. Okay, because here we know I is the imaginary unit and here b is its coefficient, and so this number bi is the imaginary number. Now here we see some examples of imaginary number that are 7i, 3 upon 5i, -11i, and square root of -16 means it is equal to 4i. All these are imaginary number. Now see the definition of complex number. A number of the form a plus ib where a comma b belongs to R and I is equal to -1 with I square is equal to -1 is called a complex number and is usually denoted by Z. Means the complex number is always of the form a plus ib where a and b both are real numbers and I is equal to square root of -1, that is I square is -1, and such a number is the complex number. Thus here Z is equal to a plus ib because here we denote the complex number by small letter z. So here we get z is equal to a plus ib, a comma b belongs to R and I is equal to square root of -1. Here a is called as the real part of z and it is denoted by Re of z or R of z. Here a, it is called as the real part because it is completely a real number. Here b is a real number but its coefficient is a imaginary unit, and so this b is called as the imaginary part of z and it is denoted by Im of z or I of z. We read it as imaginary part of z. Okay. This is the set of complex number and it is denoted by C. All the numbers of the form a plus ib forms the set and that set is called as set of complex number. It is denoted by C. That means here R is subset of set of complex number because A and B belongs to R here. And so we represent this set of complex number as C is equal to set of all A plus IB such that A comma B belongs to R and I is equal to square root of -1. For example, 3 plus 2i, 6i, -1 plus I are some complex numbers. Here 6i is completely an imaginary number, but we call this as again a complex number because here its real part is 0. Here we rewrite this as 0 plus 6i means its real part is 0 and so it is again a complex number. Now remember one note. First one is a complex number whose real part is 0 is called a purely imaginary number. Such a number is of the form z is equal to 0 plus ib or ib. ज्या कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबरचा रियल पार्ट हा 0 असेल त्याला प्युअरली इमॅजिनरी नंबर असं म्हणतात. सेकंड वन इज अ कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर हुज इमॅजिनरी पार्ट इज 0 इज अ रियल नंबर. असा कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर की त्याचा इमॅजिनरी पार्ट हा 0 असेल तो काय असेल रियल नंबर असेल बिकॉज इट्स इमॅजिनरी पार्ट इज 0 मीन्स एव्हरी रियल नंबर इज अ complex number. From this note we observe that every real number is a complex number and so set of real number means R is subset of C. Okay. See the third note. A complex number whose both real and imaginary parts are 0 is a zero complex number. असा कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर की त्यांचा दोघं रिअल आणि इमॅजिनरी पार्ट दोघं हे 0 असतील अशा कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबरला झिरो कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर म्हणतात. It is denoted as 0 is equal to 0 plus I0. Fourth one is the set R of real number is a subset of C of complex number. हा पॉइंट मी डिस्कस केला सेकंड नोट मध्ये की सेट ऑफ रियल नंबर्स हा कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर्सचा सबसेट आहे. Fifth one is the real and imaginary part cannot be combined to form single term. जशी आपण दोन रिअल नंबरची ऍडिशन घेतो किंवा सबट्रॅक्शन घेतो तसं एका कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर मध्ये जरी आपल्याला ऍडिशन सबट्रॅक्शन साइन दिसतं पण दोघं पार्ट हे वेगळे आहे, एक पार्ट रिअल आहे एक पार्ट इमॅजिनरी आहे, म्हणून आपण त्यांना कंबाईन करू शकत नाही म्हणजे ऍड करू शकत नाही. मीन्स हियर वी कांट राईट दिस 3 plus 2i as 5i. So 3 plus 2i is not equal to 5i. Now see the algebra of complex numbers. अल्जेब्रा मध्ये काय काय पाहायचं आपण पाहिलं. मी सांगितलं पॉइंट्स मध्ये की अल्जेब्रा मध्ये आपल्याला काय काय पाहायचं. इक्वॅलिटी ऑफ कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर, ऍडिशन, सबट्रॅक्शन, स्केलर मल्टिप्लिकेशन, दिस डिव्हिजन, दिस टॉपिक्स वी डिस्कस इन algebra of complex numbers. So see one by one here. So first one is equality of two complex numbers. दोन कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर हे इक्वल केव्हा असतील तर two complex numbers z1 is equal to a plus ib and z2 is equal to c plus id are said to be equal if their corresponding real and imaginary parts are equal. दोन कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर हे इक्वल केव्हा असतील तर त्यांचे करस्पॉन्डिंग रिअल पार्ट्स म्हणजे या दोघं कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर मध्ये रिअल पार्ट कोणता आहे तर ए आणि सी हे रिअल पार्ट झाले. अँड their imaginary parts means here the imaginary parts means b and d. These are the imaginary parts. That means these two complex numbers are equal when a is equal to c and b is equal to d. And therefore here if a plus ib is equal to c plus id if a is equal to c and b is equal to d. Okay. Now note here the order relation of complex number cannot be defined. म्हणजे दोन कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर मधलं लहान मोठेपणा आपण डिफाइन करू शकत नाही. Hence there does not exist a smaller and greater complex number than given complex number. म्हणून दिलेल्या कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर पेक्षा लहान किंवा मोठा कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर आपण शोधू शकत नाही. So we can't say that I is less than 3. I हा less than 3 आहे असं सुद्धा आपण म्हणू शकत नाही. Now see the next part. It is conjugate of a complex number. The conjugate of a complex number z is equal to a plus ib is defined as a minus ib and is denoted by z bar. For example, if z is equal to a plus 7i, then z bar is equal to, if z is equal to 5 plus 7i, then z bar is equal to 5 minus 7i. Okay. बघा आपण काय म्हणतोय की कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर जर z is equal to a plus ib असेल तर त्याचा कॉन्जुगेट हा काय असेल a minus ib असेल आणि आपण जर इथे कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर z ने रिप्रेझेंट करतोय त्याचा कॉन्जुगेट हा z बार ने रिप्रेझेंट होणार. म्हणजे कॉन्जुगेट फाइंड करायला फक्त आपण इमॅजिनरी पार्टचं साइन चेंज केलेलं आहे. And so here we get the conjugate of the complex number of 5 plus 7i as 5 minus 7i. If z is equal to minus 2 plus 3i, then z bar is equal to minus 2 minus 3i. आता इथे लक्षात घ्या रिअल पार्टचं साइन ऍज इट इज राहणार आहे, फक्त इमॅजिनरी पार्टचं साइन चेंज होत आहे. रिअल पार्ट इथे -2 होता म्हणून कॉम्प्लेक्स कॉन्जुगेट मध्ये सुद्धा तो मायनसच आहे, फक्त इमॅजिनरी पार्ट हा पॉझिटिव्हचा निगेटिव्ह झालेला आहे. नाउ से द प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ z बार मीन्स प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ कॉन्जुगेट ऑफ कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर. फर्स्ट प्रॉपर्टी इज z bar bar is equal to z means conjugate of a conjugate of complex number is the complex number itself. Okay. Second one, if z is equal to z bar, then z is a purely real number. ज्या वेळेला कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर आणि त्याचा कॉन्जुगेट दोघं सेम असतील त्यावेळेला ऑब्व्हियसली त्यांच्यातला जो इमॅजिनरी पार्ट आहे तो 0 असेल, म्हणजे तो जो कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर आहे तो प्युअरली रियल नंबर असणार आहे. थर्ड वन इज इफ z इज इक्वल टू मायनस झेड बार देन z इज प्युअरली इमॅजिनरी. ज्या वेळेला कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर आणि त्याचा कॉन्जुगेट हे दोघं फक्त निगेटिव्ह साइनचा फरक असेल त्यावेळेला आपल्याला तो नंबर हा प्युअरली इमॅजिनरी नंबर मिळणार आहे. नाउ सी द थर्ड वन इज addition of complex numbers. Now when we can do the addition of complex number, that we will study under this topic. So see, let z1 is equal to a plus ib and z2 is equal to c plus id are two complex numbers. Then z1 plus z2 is equal to a plus ib plus c plus id. मग आतापर्यंत आपण व्हेरिएबल जर असेल तर आपण ऍडिशन करताना सेम व्हेरिएबलच्या टर्म्स ऍड करत होतो, तसं इथे सेम पार्ट्स आपण ऍड करणार. मग पार्ट्स कोणते कोणते आहेत इथे? रिअल पार्ट आणि इमॅजिनरी पार्ट. म्हणजे रिअल पार्टची ऍडिशन एका ब्रॅकेटमध्ये आणि दुसऱ्या ब्रॅकेटमध्ये इमॅजिनरी पार्टची ऍडिशन. सो इट इज इक्वल टू a plus c plus taking I as a common from the imaginary parts, we get I multiplied by b plus d. And therefore, in other words, we can say that the real part of z1 plus z2 is equal to real part of z1 plus real part of z2. ऍडिशनचा दोन कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबरच्या ऍडिशनचा रिअल पार्ट हा त्यांच्या रिअल पार्टशी ऍडिशन मिळतो. अँड imaginary part of z1 plus z2 is equal to imaginary part of z1 plus imaginary part of z2. Means imaginary part z1 plus z2 म्हणजे दोन कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबरच्या ऍडिशनचा इमॅजिनरी पार्ट हा त्यांच्या इमॅजिनरी पार्टशी ऍडिशन असतो. नाउ सी द प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ ऍडिशन. फर्स्ट वन इज we commonly see here if z1, z2 and z3 are the complex numbers, then first one is z1 plus z2 is equal to z2 plus z1. म्हणजे दोन कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबरची ऍडिशन कशीही घ्या, फर्स्ट कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर प्लस सेकंड कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर किंवा सेकंड कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर प्लस फर्स्ट कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर अशी कशी ऍडिशन घेतली तरी ती चेंज होत नाही. दिस इज कॉल्ड एज द कॉम्युटेटिव्ह लॉ फॉर ऍडिशन ऑफ कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर. सेकंड वन, z1 plus z2 plus z3 is equal to z1 plus z2 plus z3. आधी कोणत्याही दोन कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबरचे ऍडिशन घेऊन राहिलेल्यामध्ये ती ऍडिशन आपण ऍड केली तरी ऍडिशन मध्ये फरक पडत नाही. अँड दिस इज कॉल्ड एज द असोसिएटिव्ह लॉ फॉर ऍडिशन ऑफ कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर. थर्ड, z1 plus 0 is equal to 0 plus z1 is equal to z1. कुठल्याही कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर मध्ये 0 ऍड केला तर आपल्याला ऍज इट इज म्हणजे तोच कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर पुन्हा मिळणार आहे. सो हिअर 0 इज कॉल्ड एज द ऍडिटिव्ह आयडेंटिटी फॉर द कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर. 4, z plus z bar is equal to 2 times real part of z. एखादा कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर आणि त्याचा कॉन्जुगेट या दोघांची जर आपण ऍडिशन घेतली तर त्यांचा रिअल पार्टची ऍडिशन होईल, इमॅजिनरी पार्ट हा कट होईल. म्हणून इथे आपल्याला आन्सर मध्ये काय मिळणार आहे तर 2 टाइम्स रिअल पार्ट ऑफ कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर. 5, z1 plus z2 bar means complex number of addition of two complex numbers, conjugate of addition of two complex numbers is equal to z1 bar plus z2 bar is the sum of conjugates of the complex numbers. And so here we get z1 plus z2 bar is equal to z1 bar plus z2 bar. These are the properties for addition of complex numbers. Now see next part 4, it is the scalar multiplication. Scalar multiplication म्हणजे काय की कुठल्या तरी नॉन झिरो स्केलरने मल्टिप्लाय करणे. Now if here z is equal to a plus ib is any complex number, then for every real number k we define kz as ka plus I into kb. म्हणजे एखाद्या स्केलरने, नॉन झिरो स्केलरने जर आपण कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबरला मल्टिप्लाय करत असलो तर त्याच्या रिअल पार्ट आणि इमॅजिनरी पार्टला सुद्धा त्याच्याने मल्टिप्लाय होणार. नोट दॅट 0 into z is equal to 0 into a plus ib. Means here we get 0 because 0 into a is 0 plus 0 into ib. It is 0i, means it is a zero complex number. If we multiply any complex number by 0, we get this zero complex number. Now see the fifth part. It is the multiplication of complex number. Sorry, subtraction of complex. Before the multiplication, we see the subtraction of complex numbers. So let z1 is equal to a plus ib and z2 is equal to c minus id. Then we define z1 minus z2 as z1 plus minus 1 into z2. म्हणजे जसं आपण ऍडिशन करतो तसाच प्रकार आपण इथे करणार आहे. फक्त हा जो मायनस z2 आहे याला आपण -1 into z2 असा लिहिला. So here put the values here. So it is equal to a plus ib plus -1 into c plus id. It is equal to a plus ib plus minus c minus id. Now we can do the addition by using the addition of complex numbers. We add their real parts and the imaginary parts. So if we add their real parts, we get a minus c. If we add the imaginary parts, we can take here I as a common factor. So inside the bracket we remains with b minus d, and therefore it is equal to a minus c plus I into b minus d. So we get real part of z1 minus z2 is equal to real part of z1 minus real part of z2. Means real part of subtraction of two complex number is the subtraction of their real parts. Similarly, imaginary part of z1 minus z2 is equal to imaginary part of z1 minus imaginary part of z2. That is, the imaginary part of subtraction of two complex number is equal to subtraction of their imaginary parts. Now see the properties of subtraction. First property is z minus z bar is equal to 2 times imaginary part of z. कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर आणि त्याचा कॉन्जुगेट यांची जर आपण सबट्रॅक्शन घेतली तर ती आपल्याला 2 टाइम्स इमॅजिनरी पार्ट ऑफ कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर मिळणार, कारण त्यातला रिअल पार्ट हा कट होऊन जाईल. नाउ सेकंड, z1 minus z2 bar is equal to z1 bar minus z2 bar. Means complex conjugate of subtraction of two complex numbers is the subtraction of their conjugates. Now see the next part. It is multiplication of complex numbers. Now see in the multiplication of complex numbers, let z1 is equal to a plus ib and z2 is equal to c plus id. Now we denote the multiplication of these two complex numbers z1 and z2 as z1 into z2, and it is given by z1 into z2 is equal to a plus ib into c plus id. Now take this multiplication, we get a into this bracket, second bracket, a into this second bracket plus ib into this second bracket. So it is equal to a into c plus id plus ib into c plus id. Open the brackets now. It is equal to ac plus adi plus bci plus bdi square. Now students here see value of I square. We know I is equal to square root of -1, and so from this I square is equal to -1. So use this here, I square as a -1, here we get minus bd. Okay, means in the next term what we get, ac plus, if we take here I as a common factor, ad plus I into ad plus bc minus bd. In this way here we get in the next step. So it is equal to ac plus ad plus bc into I minus bd. Okay, now we understand why we get here minus sign, because value of I square is -1. So here we get minus bd. So it is equal to, means z1 into z2 is equal to ac minus bd plus ad plus bc into I. This is the multiplication of two complex numbers. Now see the properties of multiplication. First property, we see the common instruction here. If Z1, Z2 and Z3 are the complex numbers, then first property is Z1 into Z2 is equal to Z2 into Z1. Okay, and this property is called as a commutative property for multiplication of complex numbers. Second, Z1 into Z2 minus Z3, sorry, Z1 into Z2 into Z3 is equal to Z1 into Z2 into Z3. This is the associative law for multiplication of complex numbers. Now third one is Z1 into 1 is equal to 1 into Z1 is equal to Z1, means if we multiply any complex number by 1, we get the complex number itself. And so here 1 is called as the multiplicative identity for the complex number. Now for Z1 into Z2 bar is equal to Z1 bar into Z2 bar, that is the conjugate of multiplication of two complex numbers is product or multiplication of their conjugates. 5. If Z is equal to A plus IB, then Z into Z bar is equal to A square plus B square. Because Z is here A plus IB, so because of this we get Z bar is A minus IB. Now A plus IB into A minus IB, it is A square minus I square B square. Okay. See here how we get the proof. Z into Z bar is equal to A plus IB multiplied by A minus IB. Now we know A plus B into A minus B, it is A square minus B square. So here we get A square minus I square into B square. Okay. Now here value of this I square is minus 1. So this minus minus becomes plus. And so here we get A square plus B square. And this is here we write here. So the fifth property is if Z is equal to A plus IB, then Z into Z bar is equal to A square plus B square. Now, seventh part, this is the last part in the algebra, powers of I. Powers of I. Now we have I is equal to minus 1. I is equal to square root of minus 1. So, if we take the square on both sides, we get I square is equal to minus 1. I cube is equal to minus I raised to 4 is equal to 1. In this way, here we get. Now, let us consider I raised to n, where n is a positive integer and n is greater than 4. आता n हा काय असेल, पॉझिटिव्ह इंटिजर असेल आणि तो ग्रेटर दॅन 4 असेल. म्हणजे फॉर एक्झाम्पल जर आपण I raised to 5 ची व्हॅल्यू फाइंड केली, from this what we get now, it can be written as I raised to 4 into I. Now we know value of I raised to 4 is 1, so 1 into I is I. Similarly, I raised to 6, it is equal to I raised to 4 into I square. Now I raised to 4 is 1, means it is equal to I square, and I square is nothing but minus 1. In this way, we can find value for I raised to n for n greater than 4. Now see, we divide n by 4 and obtain the remainder r. Okay, how we get here the remainder? So here we divide n by 4 and we get the remainder. For example, just now we find I raised to 5, means here n is 5, here n is equal to 5. If we divide this 5 by 4, we get r is equal to 1. When n is equal to 6, r is equal to 2. If we take n is equal to, for example, suppose 11. If we divide this 11 by 4, we get r is equal to what? 4 to the 8. Now we remains with what? 3. So here r is 3. In this way, here we can find the remainder r for n greater than 4. Okay. Now let m be the quotient here. We assume m is quotient, and so here for n then n is equal to 4m plus r. Then n can be written as 4m plus r, where r is lies between 0 to 4. Okay. And therefore, I raised to n is equal to I raised to 4m plus r. We write it as I raised to 4m into I raised to r. This I raised to 4m can be written as I raised to 4 bracket raised to m into this I raised to r as it is. But we know I raised to 4 is 1. So 1 raised to m. 1 raised to something is always 1. So 1 raised to m is again 1. So we remains with 1 into I raised to r, and its value means value for I raised to n is same as value of I raised to r. Here r is 0 less than or equal to r less than 4. म्हणजेच r च्या व्हॅल्यू कोणत्या कोणत्या असू शकतात, तर 0, 1, 2, 3. 4 पण असणार नाही, फक्त 0, 1, 2, 3 एवढ्या पॉसिबल व्हॅल्यूज ह्या r च्या आहेत. ओके. सो also I raised to 4m is equal to 1, and we can write this one as 1 upon 1, means we write it as 1 upon I raised to 4m, and it is equal to I raised to minus 4m. So value for I raised to 4m is same as value of I raised to minus 4m. Remember this. So in general, we can write as I raised to 4m is equal to 1, I raised to 4m plus 1 is equal to I raised to 4m plus 2 is equal to minus 1, and I raised to 4m plus 3 is equal to minus I, where n belongs to z. आता हे जे आपण इन जनरल मध्ये फॉर्म्युलीज लिहिले आहेत, 4 चे 4 फॉर्म्युलीज तुमचे लर्न असले पाहिजे प्रॉब्लेम सॉल्व करताना. I raised to 4m is 1, I raised to 4m plus 1 is I raised to 4m plus 2 is minus 1, and I raised to 4m plus 3 is minus I. Remember these formulas. Now see division of complex number. Let z1 is equal to a plus ib and z2 is equal to c plus id be any two complex numbers such that z2 is not equal to 0. Then z1 upon z2 is equal to a plus ib upon c plus id, where c plus id is not equal to 0. Now multiply and divide by conjugate of z2 is equal to c plus id, and conjugate of z2 is c minus id, that is c minus id. And so we get z1 upon z2 is equal to a plus ib upon c plus id, which is equal to c minus id upon c minus id. If we write this multiplication, we get here a plus ib into c minus id divided by c plus id into c minus id. Now taking the multiplication in numerator, we get here a into this second bracket plus ib into this second bracket. And if we take the product of numerator, we get it as ac plus bd plus bc minus ad into I. Now in the denominator, if we take the product, we get c square minus I square d square. But value of I square is minus 1, so minus minus becomes plus d square. So we get in denominator c square plus d square. Now separating the real and imaginary parts, here we get ac plus bd divided by c square plus d square plus bc minus ad upon c square plus d square into I, where ac plus bd upon c square plus d square belongs to r, and bc minus ad divided by c square plus d square is again belongs to r, means real number. Now see the properties of division. First property is 1 upon I is equal to 1 upon I into I upon I. We multiply and divide by I here. So it is equal to I upon minus 1, because I square into I square is minus 1. Now 1 upon minus 1 is minus I. So from this property we get the value of 1 upon I as minus I. Second property, 1 upon a plus ib is equal to a minus ib upon a square plus b square. To get this answer, here we multiply and divide both numerator and denominator by conjugate of denominator, that is we multiply and divide by a minus ib. And after simplification, we get this term. These are the properties of division of complex numbers. Now see you again in our next lecture. So thank you.